Welcome back, gamers, and welcome to perhaps the most stinkiest episode in the series, because we're going to be discussing some sulfur-containing amino acids. I'm going to be starting with methionine, or met, or M for its one-letter amino acid code or its three-letter amino acid code. So let's draw the structure out here for this pretty long boy, actually. He's pretty long, at least compared to cysteine, which we'll talk about after this. Okay, so this group here on the side chain is what's known as a thioether group. It's also known as just sulfide, if you want to call it that. And this group here is actually an R group attached to the sulfur, and then another one. So basically just a sulfur sandwiched in between two R groups there. Okay. So apart from smelling like Nurgle's anus, the thioether group is actually nonpolar, and it shouldn't be confused with the thiol group. With thiol, which is the group in cysteine, which we'll talk about again later. Okay, so methionine is an essential amino acid. Okay, and its codon that's used to code it, it's only one codon, and that is the Army Universal Codon, the AUG codon, which I'm sure you're all aware, and obviously that's the start codon for protein translation. If you want two interesting facts, you can find a lot of methionine in eggs. I keep saying methionine in eggs, and it's also very important for blood vessel growth. Okay, let's talk about cysteine. Cysteine, also just cis for 3, and it's C for just the one amino acid code. So let's draw the structure again. Okay. Alright, so yeah, a lot shorter than methionine. Let's just group this. So this is the thiol group that we were talking about earlier. So it's just basically an R group attached to, well, not an R group, just some rest of the molecule attached to the S and the H. Okay, so the thiol group is very nucleophilic. So it basically acts, so cysteine acts as a nucleophile in a lot of enzymatic reactions. It can also undergo oxidation. And a result of this is usually the formation of a disulfide bridge, as I'm sure that you are aware. So that's just that covalent bond between two sulfur atoms. So you've got two cysteine amino acids, and then you've got, say, a sulfur here. There we go, and you've got a sulfur there. There we go, disulfide bridge, and that's really important for tertiary protein structure. Cool. So codon-wise, cysteine is coded by the undergraduate codons. So these codons are the UGU and UGC. Okay, now cysteine is kind of essential, but it can be biosynthesized from serine. And the sulfur, if you want to make it in the body, is taken from methionine usually. But yeah, it's semi-essential, kind of, I guess non-essential, but yeah. So if you want two interesting facts about cysteine, cysteine is required for sheep actually to produce wool. So bet you didn't know that. And cysteine has also been suggested as an antidote for a hangover. So go ahead and chug lots of cysteine, and hopefully you'll feel better.